And you know that George Pappas already has won $3,000. And you know that Doris Corbett also won $3,000. And Besma Grinfeld has won $5,000. And the rest are still in the race. Nelson Burton Jr. 20 pins down to George Pappas and pulled it out.
Nelson went to a lot of loft in that shot. After they finished their first match, Jim, they don't get to practice on this alley, the winner of the previous match. So I think he played a little safe, got a lot of speed up so he wouldn't go through the nose. He left himself a very difficult spare.
2-8. Larry Lobb, I saw him roll a 265 yesterday, but that was just not enough of those 265s to make the finals.
Yeah, Larry got off to a slow start in the qualifying. He came back real well in the finals and almost caught up to the boys.
Well, there's Nelson Burton Jr. We haven't seen this gentleman right here yet on this Grand Prix of bowling. This is Earl Anthony, won more titles, more money than anybody else. He won this tournament 2 years ago. There's all that action. He goes way out near the gutter and comes back in, hits it on the left side, the left-hander, and comes up with a strike.
So, Jim, the left side is way different than the right side this week. Earl is playing outside a little further and just throwing it out to the gutter, and it's hooking back an awful lot, where the men have to go more direct to the pocket. They can't go quite far as right as Earl is going. I haven't seen him hook the back ends this much in a long time.
Why would it be more difficult on the left side than it is on the right side?
Well, for the first reason...
More play on the right side?
Right, there's more play on the right side. All the league bowlers throw it right down the middle, and it wears the lane down.
Started out with a strike. Would like to duplicate that on 33, and does.
They warm up the 11,000.
Oh, how about that? Remember, $11,000 for a 300 game.
When talking about deliberate approaches, this man is great. You can see his crooked elbow. He does not have a straight arm. The only other player that I remember that was a great player was Don Carter with a crooked arm like that. And Earl is probably the only other one.
Burton had some good luck on 34 and does not get the good luck here on his first ball to 34 of this match.
Burton threw a nice shot. He went straight down the heads. He went straight through the front part of the alley and hooked the back end. It was just a little too tight. He'll have to make an adjustment out of that, come in the pocket a little lighter, Jim.
Left himself the 4. Remember, Earl Anthony started off with a couple of strikes. Nelson's already down by 11.
Excuse me. See how far he threw that over the line from that camera angle. It's a great shot. You know, I think Earl intimidates the bowlers. You know, they know they have to bowl a good game before they even start. So Earl has the edge before he even starts bowling, because they know he's going to shoot 220 or 230. At least that's what you have in the back of your mind. Great concentration Bo has.
Got it. Nelson Burton has had 8 300 games in his career, 1 this year. That was in St. Louis. And strangely enough, Earl Anthony has 16 300 games and 1 this year. That was in St. Louis. Different tournaments, but they both did it in St. Louis. And Earl has had a $2.99 on television. Well, if he does that well today, he'll get $7,000 additional dollars. He is up by 11. He's working on 2 strikes. He really starts it out left.
He does have quite a shot today, I'll tell you.
It just looks like it's going to just stay out there.
That's right, and in the last 10 feet, it just makes a right-hand turn.
$621,000. You know, I see many professional sports, the money goes up, up, up. What about the climb in professional sports money for bowlers?
Well, the money in bowling is getting better every year. I think this coming year is going to be the best we've ever had. We have 16 tournaments on the winter tour, and I think 14 of them are 100,000 or better. So it's getting up there.
Earl Anthony's been a star the last 10 years. Here he comes from left field. And if you're counting, that's 4 in a row. Remember, 300 game of possibility for an extra $7,000, and Anthony has 4 in a row. We almost wanted to show you an instant replay because Earl Anthony almost smiled.
Yes, he did. You know, I think he's more pumped up now, and I've seen him in a long time. The only other time I saw him that way is when he started out with the first 6 or 7, and he's definitely ready now. He's going for that 11,000 plus the title. He wants to make it a big day.
Nelson Burton working on a strike after sparing in the first 2 frames. Good looking ball, and he got it.
It's a great shot under pressure, Jim. Nelson knows he needs it because Earl has a great shot out there.
And we'll go back to the first match. He was down by 20 to George Pappas. Knew he needed it and Came on in the late frames.
It's a true professional when you can come back the way Nelson did. And he's definitely going to have to come back this match, too, it looks like.
What does it take to be a success? 60 games a day practice. Would you believe that Nelson Burton Jr. has done that on occasion? 60 games a day? You bowl 40 in a tournament, don't you? Over
Yes,
space of...
in about 4 days,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, never give up the ship.
No, we definitely have a match here.
He was down by over 30. He's down by 11 now. But in the drama of trying to reach the final and to face Mark Roth, let us not forget that Earl Anthony, who is up by 11, also is working on 4 strikes. And if he has a perfect 300 game, it's $11,000 extra dollars. Ball start way left, come back. Goes. There goes your 300 game.
Well, he was on his knees. He was pumped up. He wanted it. Okay, now watch the shot going down the lane. He threw it out, and it's going to break just as much as it did the other times, but a little later, and he leaves a weak 7. It just didn't break quite as early as the other ones, Jim. It left a weak 7 through the 4-pin right around it.
All right, just way to the right side of the lane as he's going for the 7 out of the corner. And throws virtually, whoops. I was going to say virtually a straight ball, but he got that hook to it and moved right past, and he's open. And folks, you were counting out Nelson Burton Jr. He is now down by 1 pin only.
You know, Earl had a heart attack on June 20th, and he told me the only thing that he does not have back is his speed. And I think that is one of the reasons why this ball hooked by the 7-pin. He cannot get up as much speed as he used to like 2 years ago. He's lost 35 pounds in 2 years. He's down to 180 where when he won the Firestone, he was at 215. So he's trying to get his strength back.
He's up by 33, and now he's up by 1 only, and he is not going to get a strike here after striking in the first 4 frames.
Looks like he made the adjustment off the weak 7. The ball hooked a little earlier, and it hooked a little harder on the back end.
And I tell you, if Nelson comes back and wins this thing, we got to vote him the comeback of the day award or something after Pappas and now Anthony, but it's not over yet.